Hello, StarCraft fans. Guess what? It is time for a Monobattle. This was sent to me at falconpaladin@gmail.com with the subject of sending in replays. It said, see attached. This is a fairly evenly matched game. Thank you for sending it in. All right. Haven't done a Monobattle in a while. It's going to be single draft, which just means that there are a group of units you can draft. Not every single unit is available. This is not every unit in StarCraft, you guys. All right, it's gonna be... Oh man, who are these players here? HDZ Canadian. This player's name is Monobattle. Are you kidding? And this is... It's H-Daisy and Barely Alive versus Nivla C, Stilzy, A Montoya, and Mr. Sadistic for the other side here. So Marine opening from Team Red. Team Blue, on the other hand, goes for a Stalker. Pretty good answer to Marine openings here. If you micro well, you can handle early Marine rushes. It's really just about late unit compositions. If one team goes all early compositions and you go all late compositions, you're likely gonna die. Actually, if this is your first time with Monobattle, first, welcome. If you've never seen one, but basically you choose a unit. This is the only unit you can make the entire game. The entire game. This is the only one that you can make. So choose wisely here. I like the Stalker Marauder combo. Don't go Roach. Roach is bad against Marauder Stalker. Are you kidding right now? Don't do that. Don't do that. Oh, you went Roach. Oh my gosh. Okay. I have visions of huge Marauder battle. My army is just melting these Roaches. All right, A Montoya. He's thinking about it. He's thinking about going for... What should he go for here? What do we think? Zealot wouldn't be bad. Hellion. Pretty fantastic there. And it's a snake draft, so the last pick goes to Team Blue too. Corruptor, just, oh, we need something to deal with the Phoenix. Phoenix is so good in Monobattle. It can be really good in Monobattle. And you went Corruptor. All right, I just don't know that Corruptor is the answer, though. I was going to finish that sentence. See, I'm not convinced that's what's going on, but regardless, Monobattle, the final player, is going to work for, Queen's actually a lot of fun, surprisingly. It's going to be Zealot. All right, so... Hellion Zealot. All right. I don't know, man. We'll see how this works out. We'll see how this goes. So in the top section of the map, we're going to have essentially Team Purple. Because it's purple, pink, well, and black. So, whatever. Team North. Team North, first of all, we got our purple Terran player. It's H-Daisy. Floating over to the gold base immediately. Fantastic decision from him. His teammate, the pink Protoss player, HZD Canadian. We have the other pink Protoss player. Are you kidding? These are just different shades of pink, you guys. Why would you do this? It's Monobattle. And then the black Zerg player, Barely Alive. And Team South, it's the red Terran player, Mr. Sadistic. The purple Terran player, A Montoya. The teal greenish, it's green Zerg player. It's going to be Niviak. And the brown Zerg player, ZZZ, still ZZZ. Wow, he likes the Z's a lot. So it's brown versus black for our Zerg players. And got some Terran representation down south, which is nice, and a lot of Protoss up north. That's how we're looking at this thing. I'm going to put it in the title. I'm going to put exactly what races are represented in the title. I'm going to get it wrong, and someone's going to tell me in the comments it was wrong. I'm going to do my best. Do my best so that is not the case, but no promises. Absolutely no promises from me today. Triple barracks from H-Daisy. Obviously, when you're doing Marines, you just go all the barracks. That's how this works. Little tiny fully upgraded Marine balls are really hard to deal with in the Monobattle. Does Team South have anything to do with really tiny Marine balls? I'm trying to remember. They had Hellion. Hellion's pretty good against little tiny Marine balls. They also had Stalker and Marauder, which are not as good against little tiny Marine balls. So we'll have to see. We'll have to see what Team South can do here. Expanding quite nicely. Actually, everybody's expanding pretty nicely so far. This is going to be about a mid-rank madness level, according to the person who submitted this. So excited to see how this is going to work out for us. Haven't had a Monobattle in a while. I figured it was time. I figured it was time to toss one out. I haven't had to deal with the insanity of a massive team game in quite a few weeks, it feels like. So Marines heading down, SCV heading down to scout to see what we're dealing with. You can use static defense. So you can do cannons, you can do spine crawlers and spore crawlers. You can get missile turrets. That is just fine. So Marine heading... Oh, is he bunker rushing? I don't know about this. Yeah, stalkers are out. And that means you go home. Sorry, guys. You're out. Bunker canceled because canceled. Because canceled. Because canceled. Canceled. I think that was a cancel. I'm not convinced that was a cancel, though. Ouch. Zerg players, what are you doing? For some reason, Zerg players often struggle in the mono battles. I'm not sure what it is. Well, we got Roach and Corruptor, right? Corruptor player. And a straight-up fight against Phoenix. Yes, your Corruptors will do fine, but they're faster than you are. They can just abuse your immobility, run around, kill stuff, and your Corruptors are just left chasing them the whole time. I've seen it. I've seen it in the mono battles. It's not a great feel. It's not a great place to be. Zealots, Marines, working together, hanging out. How are the upgrades for these Marines? I feel like that's important. No upgrades at all because we haven't even taken a gas yet. If we're a purple player, it's H Daisy. So just kind of hanging out in the middle here. Marines, Zealots, everybody doing what they can do in the mono battle. Hellions can't transform into Hellbats, right? I'm pretty sure Hellion is Hellion and Hellbat is Hellbat. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, they're different units in the mono battle, or if I remember correctly here. It's kind of like Ling and Baneling. You could do Banelings, but the Lings that you make can't attack anything. And if you go Ling, you can't morph your guys into Banelings. That's how that works. So I'm pretty sure it's the same thing for Hellbats and Hellions. So here comes a pretty strong push with Marines, Roaches, and Zealots. Leading the charge should really be the Roaches, as they're the most tanky here. But at the same time, the Zealots are melee, and so maybe they want to be at the front. But regardless, the Roaches are going to show up. It's just going to be Hellions to defend, which is not great. Ah, the Marauders, though. Oh, but they can't attack. The distance here. Yeah, if they get in range of the Marauders are going to be able to have a pretty good time with this. I'm liking it. Marauders, like I said in the pregame, wrecking these Roaches from distance, wrecking the Zealots too. Marines a bit more of a problem here, dealing with the Marines. Everybody's kind of struggling with that, but good micro on display. Roaches versus the Stalkers, and then we're going to go Zealot Marine versus the... it's a Planetary Fortress and a Marauder. Ball. I'm liking it very much. Can they pick off this Tech Lab before they die? Yes. They get the Tech Lab. They deny an upgrade there, which is a great job here. Didn't actually win, but did quite a bit of damage. Killed some supply depots. Took down the army of Team South a little bit here. Now, these Stalkers running back to the help of their shield batteries. Oh, you can make shield batteries. If I cast a mono battle since shield battery came back... I feel like I have, but maybe I haven't. Marauders caught out in the open by some Roaches and some Zealots, outnumbered severely and getting beat down severely too. All right, well, everybody, just kind of small skirmishes in the middle of the map here. The Stalkers, you can't stand there and just attack, you guys. It's not your modus operandi. It is not your forte. You need to be pulling back. Quick plug for the Patreon. If you're unfamiliar, you can support me at patreon.com/FalconPaladin for as little as $1 a month. Give you access to multiplayer games that I'm playing on the YouTubes. Other reward levels are available as the Corruptors trying to snipe off a base, but chased off by those Marines. Roach, Zealot, pushing against these Marauders. The Planetary Fortress is the big equalizer. Hey, look, Hellbats. Oh, no, he can make Hellbats. I lied to you. I lied to you so much. Corruptors using that Caustic Spray. Caustic Spray gives Corruptors a lot more utility, you guys. Heck of a lot more utility here. Hellbats are better against Roaches. Marines chasing those Corruptors off. Hellbats are better against Roaches, but the Marauders are fine against Roaches too. Marauders fine against Zealots. Hellions better, and the Hellions are here. So Team South is a pretty good composition against what we're trying to see out of Team North. I'm a fan of that. But basically, the Corruptors have forced everybody to put up some static defense. Phoenix player not quite in the game yet. Really working on that gas income. Yeah, has 6 gas geysers. 6 assimilators with this one coming in here. It's going to be good. Roach, Zealot, got Corruptors flying around, trying to find stuff to kill. You could maybe engage with those Phoenix and kill them if you want to. The thing about attacking their bases, they can't run away. Right? Wake up, says Monobattle. Oh, man. Hellbats so good here, but actually severely outnumbered 2 Hellions from the back here. We got a Marauder attack Coming from the right side, this is working out to be a pretty even battle. The Roaches don't really want to engage. Corruptors are just finding individual bases to snipe down with Caustic Spray, and holy crap, it's kind of working, you guys. Oh my gosh, got a Nexus. Got a Nexus. The repair keeping that one alive. This one's still alive too, though I don't feel like it should be. The engagement in the middle is still happening, and it looks like Team South managed to win that one. Back, Roaches. Don't fight that. Heck yes, Roach. Don't fight that. Corruptor Ball first still, just flying around, doing whatever, finding a bunch of Overlords from barely alive. Gonna supply block him real bad. At this rate, and he does. Man, Corruptor player doing some work here. Supply blocking the Zerg, sniping off bases. I love it. I like it a lot. Get out of there, Phoenix. You can't engage straight up. What you all about, son? Attack right up the middle here with some Stalkers. Running into charge lots, though. Not good. Not what you want to see. They don't have any upgrades, but still. Charge lots are a problem for most smaller, lower HP units like Stalkers are. This is... This battle in the middle. Blue Flame is done. Concussive Shell is also done. Corruptor Phoenix panel rages on. Is Team South going to push up into the north? No, I don't think so. Marine count looking good. +1/+1 is done for those guys. And they kind of get caught out in the open here, which is not what you want to do. You don't want to get flank attacked, sneak attacked like that. It's real or bad. These Corruptors, man, I guess that's a base you can... Cool. The cooldown on this thing, though, is pretty long. 32 seconds. He's not using all the Corruptors on this, though, mind you. Marines head over to say, hey, leave this alone. I think they're gonna get it. No, they don't get it. Didn't use enough Corruptors to kill it before the Marines could respond to it, which is actually kind of hilarious. Stalkers heading north. Army composition of friends heading north here too. But Roach Zealot still doing the thing. Roach against Stalker, not bad. Especially with the +1 attack, although +2 attack is done for the Stalkers here. The Marauders are the problem, though. The Marauders and the Hellbats are the problem here. It's looking fantastic for Team South. Yes, do not engage here. Monobattle calls out the back. Very smart to do that one. Do not engage. Corruptor versus Phoenix is such a chaotic battle. I like it, though. It's keeping the Phoenix at home is what these Corruptors are doing. Oh, they're going to... Oh, they get rid of the Tunneling Claws upgrade for the Roaches. Nicely done. Corruptors there. Battle on the ground is raging. Battle in the air is raging too. Marauders and Stalkers, yeah, these Roaches are not long for this world. All the ground stuff is toast. Zealots coming in, just delaying the inevitable. It looks like we're going to lose our gold base for Monobattle, the Phoenix player. Meanwhile, Marines going for the counterattack down south. They're stimming, but they can't overstim. But they're doing a great job of it there. Phoenix coming in to lift up the Stalkers, but taking shots from Stalkers at the same time. It's not a good trade-off. It's really not. No. Marauders. I think we can handle this. I think we can handle this many Marines, especially with Blue Flame Hellions, and they're so overstimmed already. Meanwhile, Caustic Spray being used on this Planetary Fortress. Missile Turret and Marines trying to clear this thing out before it goes down, but no, the Planetary Fortress does go down. What? Or it doesn't. These Marines are still alive and still killing things. Stalkers want to finish off this Nexus, and they should be allowed to, but instead they're coming home. The Marauders coming home to deal with an attack that's already cleaned up is such a blunder for Team South. I understand the motivation. I understand the impulse to be like, no, there's an attack down south. What do I do? And then by the time you get there with your Marauders, everything's cleaned up, though. So trust your opponent, your teammates can handle it. Oh, the Marauders could have been doing so much more work up here. It would have been amazing. Would have been incredible. So little balls of color on the map here. Got purple Marines, got brown Corruptors, got some red Marauders. Blue Flame Hellions with +2/+2 here against the Zealots, but the Hellions themselves are countered by the Roaches. So this is a pretty good game of paper, rock, scissors. Everybody's kind of flying around in the middle of the map here. Not quite sure what they're doing. Corruptors trying to get rid of the Phoenix, Marauders, and Hellions. Yeah, if the Marauders tank for the Hellions, it's not a bad thing to see here. Wow, a lot of Marines getting burned alive here, but the flank attack from the top for the Roaches and the Zealots. Stalkers coming from the bottom a little bit late here too. Absolute chaos on the ground. Marauders trying to hold it on. The upgrades for the Roaches are +1/+1 versus the +1/+0 on the Marauders. Marauders still doing pretty fine. The Roaches getting cleaned up as they're surrounded on 3 sides by enemies. A Zealot drop over here on the right side is trying to get rid of some of these barracks, these production facilities for Mr. Sadistic. The Marauder counts are too high, he says. Full pull of the SCVs, Marauders and Hellions coming back to deal with it. The Blue Flame, a good answer to anything light, and Zealots are and Marines are. So Hellion player feeling pretty useful at this stage of the game, if I had to take a guess at how he's feeling. Zealots somehow managed to get into another one of these bases of A. Montoya. More of these SCVs getting killed. It's everybody coming home to deal with this. It's just not ideal. Attacking from the north is a +1/+1 H Daisy. Dude, if you don't have 3/3 in the next 5 minutes, I'm going to be upset. The +2/+2 is almost done, so that's a reasonable goal, I suppose. Is he still warping in? He's still trying to warp in Zealots. No! Gets the Warp Prism. No Zealots for you. Thank you very much. Marines on this hatchery. Roaches versus Blue Flame Hellions. Get out of there, Hellions. You can attack most of the other stuff on the other team, but not the Roaches. Not in a straight-up engagement. Don't be doing that. This Corruptor Stalker defense against the Phoenix is pretty fantastic. These Marines, though, they got that +2/+2, and they got the stim. They're doing okay against the Stalkers. Corruptor's not doing enough against this giant Phoenix ball. Oh, blinking on top of the Marines and finishing them off. We got Hellbat transformation in the Zerg base along the top right here. It gets cleaned out. That was pretty good. It's a pretty good attack. I don't think they even killed the Queen, though, did they? Nah. No, they did not. Oh, this forward position here. Trying to get some cannons up, it looks like our Phoenix player, but nope. Not allowed. As Stalker Marauder for Team South is here to make sure you're not going to make that happen. New Siree Bob. Another Phoenix goes down. Sensor Tower gets picked off here too. Corruptor upgrades are +2/+2. Phoenix sitting on +2/+2/+1 though. Better upgrades, as it turns out. Yeah, in a straight up engagement like this, especially with Stalker support, although the Zealots on top of the Stalkers here is not good for our Stalker player. Dude, Marauders, help out. Mr. Sadistic, help with that. There it is. There be the assistants. Roach is pulling back on defense. Another huge engagement across the middle here with Marauders, Stalkers against Marines. Marines are +2/+2. Zealots from the back helping here. And the Roaches from the north. What an absolute chaos fest. These battles have been reinforcements coming from all over the place. Everybody's pretty fast, so you can make it up to these battles in pretty much no time. It looks like Team North is going to win that thing, though, with the Roaches and the Marines finally cleaning out the Stalkers. Just Hellions returning, and the Caustic Spray on its H Daisy's Planetary Fortress. Didn't kill it before. They're going to get it again, though. That is too much. That is too much damage per second on those Corruptors. All right, Roaches going for the counterattack from the north to the south here, not finding much resistance. It's a handful of Marauders, a couple Hellions. The Roaches do have that +2/+2. Hellbats are on +3/+2, though. They're just severely outnumbered right about now. Another engagement. Marines trying to take those Corruptors out of the sky. Corruptors can't do much about that. They just have to retreat from the location. Roaches kind of get out. Oh, and there's the burrow. There's the burrow move. Oh, that's so genius. Got canceled once, but he went back and got it, which says a lot. Canceling a hatchery of Team South along the left side. We got Zealots inside the main mineral line of Mr. Sadistic here too. Burrow Roach versus Stalker, not too shabby. Just because that burrow is so good, Zealots say, help us, Roaches. You're our only hope, and they do. They get revenge on the Hellbats that have been killing them. There is so much chaos going on right now. Marines walking down from H Daisy, just trying to kill production facilities. Corruptor versus Phoenix. All over the place here, too. Along the right side, we've got Roach and Zealot on top of the production facilities for Mr. Sadistic. It's not looking good for the Marauder player. His units tab. Let's see. Where do we want to look at that one? Yeah, not great. Not great. He's out. Mr. Sadistic is done. He did his best. He decided it was time to leave. And killing his buildings can help, I suppose. Oh, wow, well played. He says barely alive, which is from Team North here, talking to his teammates. No, actually, that wasn't all. He was talking to everybody. Aw, good for you. Good for you. Trying to hold the line here with some Hellbats is Montoya. And yes, against these Zealots, you might be able to pull that off, but these Roaches will be here eventually. And then you are going to have a bad day. Dang, Hellbat. 39 damage splash versus Light against Zealots with Planetary Fortress support? No siree. Oh, is he going to burrow move up this ramp? Oh my gosh, that'd be so good. Don't try to take down the PF. Just ignore it. Kill this income, because that is being split amongst the remaining players. Even if Mr. Sadistic is gone, these SCVs are useful. Oh, a scan reveals the burrow is happening. Oh, he's going to get right on top of these Hellions. He does. He does. There's still a scan. Marines attacking on in. Spinecrawlers hammering them from above. Stalkers from the right side. I don't think these Marines are long for the world. Do they have a +3/+3? They do! Hooray! In 5 minutes. Worked out quite nicely. So killing supply for Montoya is a complete waste of time. Oh, he's out now. Okay, got him confused with Mr. Sadistic for a second. Corruptors cleaning out that Phoenix Ball. Actually, no, the Phoenix Ball is still here, and it's still humongous. Corruptors doing what they can here, man. That ball is really big. That is a full page and then another line. So that's 30-something. So Montoya's income is toast, except for a couple mineral patches here. It's not going to be a whole lot. Team South in a heck of a lot of trouble right now. Army value. Yeah. Corruptor Ball good. But if that's all you have, it's that and a handful of Stalkers right now, guys. If that's all you have, it's going to be a bad time. Team North has this thing won, has this thing in the bag. Trying to drag the Phoenix over some cannons. Good reaction time getting the Phoenix out of there. And everybody rallying to this location while the Roaches take down the Planetary Fortress. Take down the Stalkers that have come to kill them. Take down the Hellbats that have come to kill them too. The 3-3 would be nice on these guys, but oh my gosh, the Burrows. The Burrow heals. Gotta see more of this in games that I cast. It's just such a good move, although there's usually a lot of detection in games that I cast. And especially once you see that first Burrow Roach, the other player knows you need something like a Raven, Observer, Overseer, something like that. Good game from Nivlak. And a GG Monobattle. Offensive GG there, but I think he's okay. Barely alive with the offensive GG. Marines crushing through. Marine player didn't ever have a lot of Marines, which is kind of disappointing, but got the upgrades eventually. And that was a big deal. Still has left the game. All right, I think that's it. Yep. Canadian victorious. All right, who's our players in the North again? Canadian, Monobattle, Daisy, and Barely Alive. All victorious. What a game. What a good Monobattle. That was a lot of good nonstop action, weren't it? By golly, it were. All right. So fun one. Fun one. Good back and forth. Good teamwork, too. Lots of teamwork in this Monobattle. Nobody fighting by themselves for the most part. With the exception, I guess, of the Phoenix versus Corruptor battles, but really can't do much there. Yeah, resources lost here. 23,000 for our Phoenix player. Is that our Phoenix player? Canadian, right? No, that's Yeah, it is Canadian. Canadian. 26,000 lost for Nivlak, who was our Stalker player. Lost a lot of Stalkers. 157 Stalkers went down. 290. Is that 292 Marines? Maybe there were more Marines than I thought. Made more units than anybody else, at least. Also lost a whole ton of resources. So good one. Good game. Good teamwork. Good Monobattle. And that's going to be it from me. So this has been Falcon Paladin coming at you with yet another edition of StarCraft 2 Legacy of the Void. Monobattle edition. All right, so that's going to be it from me. Go ahead and hit that like button. Hit that subscribe if you like what you saw and what you heard today. You can also catch me on Twitter, Facebook, Patreon, and Twitch, all at /Falcon Paladin. And until next time, as always, thank you so much for watching, and you take care of yourself.